Hi, I'm Ruth, physiotherapist at Complete Pilates. This video is for you if you are a cyclist. Can Pilates benefit cycling? With the Tour de France starting at the end of this month, and this week having Cycle to Work Day on Thursday, the 6th of August, we thought we'd have a little look at cycling and how Pilates might be able to help you if you are out and about on your bike. A lot of our clients and our staff here at Complete Pilates have been getting out on their bikes a lot more during lockdown, both as exercise and as a form of transport. And with people going back to work, a lot more of us are going to be on our bikes to get to work rather than getting on public transport. So cycling as a sport and as a mode of transport is only going to be getting bigger and bigger. So how can Pilates help? We're going to look at the benefits of Pilates for cyclists and also give you our top 5 exercises that you can be doing at home to benefit your cycling. So how can Pilates help cycling? Firstly, it's your core strength. We all know that Pilates works on your core strength. So that's the strength through your abdominals at the front of your body, the side of your trunk, and through your back and into your hips and pelvis, to give you a nice stable body for your limbs to then work from. This also works with your stability on the bike. And perhaps if you're new to cycling particularly, that's going to really help you to feel more secure and be able to get power generation through your legs. If you've got a nice, strong, stable foundation, you're going to be able to cycle much more easily and much more effectively. So core strength is one major benefit of Pilates for cyclists. Secondly, it's limb alignment. So you will have often seen people on bikes and they look like their legs are kind of all over the place, their knees are going out, or maybe they're kind of coming in. And we know that A, makes you less efficient, so it's going to be much harder to cycle, you're probably going to be a bit slower, and your body's going to be working that much harder to get you anywhere. It also increases the risk of injury. If your body isn't well aligned and it's less efficient, you're more likely to be overloading certain areas, getting more muscle imbalances, and that's going to increase your risk of injury on the bike. So working on the core strength and the alignment of your body through movement is going to really help you on your bike. So the next thing is posture. Now this is something that we talk about a lot in Pilates. It's one of the well-known benefits of Pilates generally, but it really does apply to cyclists. Now this is going to depend on what kind of cycling you're doing and what kind of bike you're on. Obviously, if you're on a road bike, you're going to need to be in that kind of fully flexed position and being able to distribute that flexion throughout your spine. If you're on a little bit more of an upright bike, you're going to be in a different posture, but either way, you need to have the strength endurance through your postural muscles to maintain that so that you're not overloading certain areas. One example of this is that we see a lot of patients in physiotherapy that are cyclists that get neck pain when they're on their road bike. This is because you do need to be in a lot of flexion through your spine, to be down on your handlebars and on the drops perhaps, but you need to have it distributed so that you're not dropping into more flexion through your thoracic spine and then needing to extend through your neck to be able to still see forwards. That can overload the neck and give you problems in that area. The other thing about posture is if you can maintain a good posture on your bike and linked in with your core strength, you're going to be able to transmit power much more effectively through your legs. So it's going to make you faster and more efficient. To achieve the correct postures, we need to have really good strength endurance and really good length through our muscles to allow us into that position. So again, if we look at more the road bike position, we need to have good length throughout the whole of the back line of our body to allow us to get into that perfect position on your bike. And Pilates can look at both of those areas, the mobility, the flexibility, and the strength. The next area I want to talk about is bone health. Now, it's well known from the research that cyclists are at risk of having lower bone density and therefore at higher risk of bone stress injuries and fractures because cycling is a low impact exercise. For our bones to maintain and increase their density, we need to be loading them. It needs to be weight bearing, impact, strength work, loading the bones. And this doesn't happen in cycling. This risk of lower bone density in cyclists is also linked in with the reduced body weight of cyclists often, who are looking to really maximize that power to weight ratio. All of this does give you an increased risk of bone injuries and fractures. Now, although Pilates itself isn't generally an impact and loading exercise, there are certain things we can look at within Pilates to help you with this. So we have jumping exercises, we have exercises in standing that are load bearing on your hips and your spine, exercises which are load bearing on your arms and your wrists. And we can add in exercises specific for you to make sure that you are giving your bones the stimulus that they need. So all of this together means that Pilates can actually help you to increase your efficiency and your performance on the bike. And again, this is effective at all levels. You might be somebody who is an elite cyclist who's racing, and doing some Pilates is going to really help you to push up to the next level in terms of your strength endurance and your posture on the bike, to increase the power that you're able to put through your legs and increase your speed. Equally, if you're somebody who's just taken up cycling and you're perhaps cycling to the shops or cycling to work, if you can make yourself a little bit stronger and a little bit more efficient, it's going to mean that you can do it more safely on your bike, be more stable, and also be maybe a little bit quicker, and perhaps be able to turn up at work or the shops not being quite so sweaty, make it a little bit easier for you. So obviously, as a physio teaching Pilates, I can't talk about this without talking about injuries. And Pilates is hugely beneficial in this area. We really like to encourage prevention. So if you can make sure that you're avoiding those muscle imbalances, you're keeping yourself well aligned, you're distributing the forces and the loads through your body, you're going to reduce the risk of injuries with your cycling. Equally, if you do have injuries, it's a great way of rehabbing, because you can keep yourself moving, you can get your mobility back, your strength back in a really safe, progressive way that can then lead you back to your cycling and recover from your injury stronger, more flexible, more efficient, and cycling better. So what things should you be doing? Well, the following videos are our top 5 exercises for you to be doing right now at home to benefit your cycling with Pilates. Give them a go, let us know how you get on. You can leave a comment below, and you can also get in touch to organise a one-to-one session or get booked onto one of our group classes. We are operating now in the studios and online, so it's really easy to get involved with Pilates at Complete. We look forward to seeing you soon.